Like I said before in my last video, to continue what I was saying, I've been dreaming about this life since I was a kid. And being able to finally fight through and get back to myself and reconquer my life all over again and be re inspired by spirit. See, the thing I love about spirit is it's gonna push you to make videos, it's gonna push you to be different. It's like having that extra parent. When you need to do something, it's gonna push you to do it, even when you don't feel like it. And if you say you want to do something, the thing I love about spirit is it's gonna challenge you. It's gonna give you the opportunity, and it's up to you to fight and to take it. Like I said, for example, I wanted to get back in shape 2 times before I actually got in the shape I am now. Both times it gave me the opportunity, but I didn't take it seriously and I ended up getting out of it for whatever reason. But the last time I asked for the opportunity, I shocked Spirit because I really got back on my stuff and I really showed him that I was serious about the commitment. And the more seriousness I showed him, the more he blessed me with. So what I want to come on here and say today, I don't know who need to hear it, but if you commit to the spiritual journey, you can't commit and then pull back, or you can't commit then half commit, because the less you do, the less blessings you will have. That's one of the things I had to grow to understand. You can't just ask for the blessing. You have to ask for the blessing, then do the work along with the blessing for the blessing to work. You can't just ask for the blessing and expect God to handle everything by Himself. You have to ask for the blessing, then you have to do the work on your side to complete the blessing. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. But that's what I love about spirit. He's going to push you to create. He's going to challenge you to make your life better. He's going to push you to be bolder. And that's one thing I love about my life. My life hadn't been easy. Everything in my life pushed me to be bolder. It pushed me to be tougher because nothing in my life has been soft. Having a disability, you have to deal with folks doubting you, judging you, or having something to say because you have a disability. And you have to fight through that and learn to have a tough skin. But luckily, I was born with it. Nothing really bothers me at all. I'm never really bothered by what people think. Their opinions are their opinions. I can't change them, so I feel like why worry about them? So I just keep moving and keep doing what I'm doing and keep focused. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that no more. That was when I was younger. But I've always had that mentality that I'm a disability. The disability is with me. I'm not with the disability. I'm a man. I'm a man with a disability, not the disability with the man. Which means, yes, I have a disability, but I control it. It doesn't control me. Yes, it is part of me, but it doesn't define who I am. It doesn't control my life completely. There's things I can do that still gives me the independence, and I still have the mind of a grown man. I still have the energy of a grown man. I still have the mental capabilities to handle the responsibilities of a grown person, such as paying bills, being responsible, handling my own money, things like that. I'm good with things like that. The only bad part about me is that I have a giving heart, and that's what I have to watch because I love helping people out, and sometimes they can get you into some trouble when it comes to giving to certain people. You have to be able to have a good judge of intuition. And the bad part about me is when I was younger is I used to give away to everybody and everything. Anybody. I used to trust people that would come to me and ask me for anything. And the one thing that my intuition taught me is that you have to read the energy. If the energy ain't right, or if you know that person is the type of person you need to be giving to, you can't feel bad and save everybody. You have to let some people learn their lesson. And no matter how bad you want to help, if you know what the result gonna be if you do help, you can't complain about what you do. So I had to learn that, and I had to learn to pull away from some energies and not help some energies because it's just not good for me. And that's just one thing I've learned to trust my intuition about. If my intuition is off when it comes to a person, I'm not going to be around them as much, or I'm not going to do as much for them. That's one thing I've learned to trust in my years that has helped me when it comes to loaning people money. But one of the things I've come to understand about that is you just have to trust your feelings and watch what you feel, and watch certain things. If you get a certain feeling that something ain't right, don't do it. If you get a certain feeling that the energy is off, stay away from it. Let it go. Walk away. I can't tell you how many things I've walked away from because something just didn't feel right. Like it looked good, but something in my gut just told me like, nah, you don't need to be messing with that person. And a lot of that got me in trouble too. My gut would tell me, hey, you need to get away from this. But me trying to be a good hearted person, nah, I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to keep pushing. And then when it will inevitably fall through, like my gut told me, I would be upset because I'd be like, my gut told me not to get involved with this. But no, I'm going to push it anyway and be hard headed and do what I want to do against it. One of the things that I learned about spirituality, you can't be hard headed. When your spirit tell you to get away from something, either you get away from it or you suffer the consequences of it. And I've suffered enough bad consequences to learn my lesson. Now when spirit tell me to get away from something, I'm gone. When spirit tell me not to do something or not to get involved in something, I'm not getting involved. I'm not being near it. I'm not associating with it. I'm leaving it alone because I learned the hard way. It will lead to more trouble and more pain than what it's worth. And you don't have to make your life hard. And I did that a lot in my younger life. I made my life harder than it had to be by not listening to the signs I should have and trying to do what I want to do versus doing what Spirit told me to do and just basically being hard headed. But it's easier to go with the flow than it is against the flow. And ever since I've been moving with the flow and not resisting it and doing what it told me, I've had a lot more success and a lot more freedom in this life. So, what I'm going to tell you guys today is go with the flow. Don't resist it. Don't fight against it. Don't be negative and don't self sabotage because you're too close to your blessing to pull yourself back now. And all of and more important than anything, listen to spirit when spirit tells you not to do something. Because if you don't, you gonna make your life a lot tougher and make your blessing a lot harder to reach you. Take it from somebody who used to do it. Trust your intuition. It's there for a reason. If it tells you not to do something, don't do it. If it tells you not to be associated with somebody, don't be associated with them. Because it ain't going to do nothing but bring your mood down, bring your energy down, and bring your life force down, and cause your blessing to take longer. Trust me. Take it from somebody who used to do it a lot when they was younger and be hard headed from time to time. Don't do it. It's not gonna work out good. Listen to what you're supposed to listen to. Stay away from them and protect your energy. That's the most important thing I can tell you. If I don't tell you nothing else, in my personal opinion. But that's just my opinion, though.